here in our office garage, and I saw this Alex Hormozi video on focus, and I thought it was really good, and I thought we could have taken it one step further. And so his analogy here is, imagine there's a wall that you want to get over. That's your business. That's your objective. And you want to put up a ladder so you get over the wall. And so you put up a ladder and you put a rung on that ladder, but then you're not sure if you're going to be able to make it. So you make another ladder and you decide to go with that one, but then you're not really sure. So you make another ladder like that. And what happens is you're like, oh, wow, I can't get over this wall. This is so crazy. Why can't I get over this wall? What's happening wrong? And obviously, if you just move these rungs over here, you get 4 rungs there, you could get over the wall. And that's what focus is. That's a good way to think about it. And that's from his video, which is in the link below. But I want to add one thing to this. How do you know if what you're doing is putting up a new ladder or if you're adding rungs to an existing ladder? So, if you've got a business that's selling avocados and you want to get a new certification because you think you'll be able to get some customers there. Is that building another ladder? And now it really depends on the situation, but the best way to think about this is every ladder is one stream of revenue and one kind of customer. So if you have different kinds of customers, let's say you're exporting avocados and you find yourself at a flower farm talking about how you can export flowers, that's another ladder. If you are in the sorghum business selling to breweries and you find yourself selling raw chickens to the village, then that's another business altogether, right? Now, it gets a little trickier if these businesses are highly complementary. So if you're selling skooma and then you start selling managu, traditional Kenyan greens, those are really just sort of rungs on the same ladder. They're basically the same thing. Maybe you'll get some repeat customers with it. So it's not gonna get you over the hump, but it'll get you close, get you along the way. An even trickier one is, imagine you have a pig feed business. You sell pig feed to farmers, and then you want to buy, the idea is now to buy those pigs from those same farmers. Now you have a new customer, right? You're going to sell to people in the city who want pork. So is this a new ladder, or is it the same ladder you're building on? And these are highly synergistic businesses because the more pork you buy from the farmers, the more pig feed they can buy from you, right? And so I would say in that case, as long as that pig feed business can basically run itself, then you can start thinking about adding a very synergistic product to it. And in reality, if you're doing less than $1 million, you should only have one ladder. If you're doing less than $10 million, you should probably only have one ladder, right? And what happens is any founder, founders have like 10 times the incidence of ADHD compared to the general populace. So this is what ADHD is. You keep building new ladders. You need to convince your brain that you can also just add new rungs to an existing ladder, which is also fun. So you've built your product, now you build your marketing, now you do your attention, now you improve your accounting. These are all fun steps on the same ladder, building rungs, right? Rather than just starting a new product, right? So think about focus. Usually, it seems hard from the outside, but if you think about it this way, that should really help you. As a founder, your business is extremely fragile, especially if it's doing less than $10 million, especially less than $1 million a year in revenue. And if you don't focus on that one ladder, you're going to keep on building new ladders and never going to get over the wall. Once you get over the wall, now you can start building another ladder, right? Now you got 10 million in revenue, you can reinvest that in building more rungs. And the analogy here is you can think of this ladder as having a KPI. And that KPI is going to be different for each business. And everyone can direct their focus on that one KPI. So an example of a bad KPI might be profit. Yes, you want to have profit. That's definitely key. That's a performance indicator. But it doesn't really help align your team on what they should be doing because they could do anything and make a profit. The other thing that might be a bad KPI too might be leads. Leads or impressions on Instagram or business development conversations or number of conferences you go to. It's unlikely those are really the KPI for your business. A good one might be, for example, churn or LTV divided by CAC. These are typically very good KPIs because anyone on your team can think about either how to reduce the acquisition cost or how to increase the lifetime value, either by building a better product, being more efficient with your marketing and sales. And so anyone can figure out how they can fit into this, or they can figure out how they can reduce the churn percent. And this is something you can track month on month, and it will give you a very good idea of what's going on. Another is like number of shipments. For one company, number of shipments is really a key one. Another one that's really cash constrained is basically how much debt they've raised. There's a lot of things that go into debt, like you need to have a good deck, you need to have good accounting. There's lots of things that feed into that. And if they have the debt, if they have the money, then they know they can make the sales, right? They just need working capital. So if you just focus on, one of these things, which is like the right rung of this ladder, which will get you the next step and get you over, then you'll be able to, I think, succeed. Because the thing is, I know you can get over. I know you've got 4 rungs that you can